Hello there, welcome to your man in the shed in the car. Woohoo! And it's day 2 of our Euros review. So we're gonna have a little look at what's coming up today. So we've got the Wales game. Can't remember who they're playing. That helps. And also one of the favourites, Belgium, will be playing today. So I'm hoping that De Bruyne is fit, as he is part of my Euros dream team. I don't have any of the Welsh team in there though, so that doesn't really matter. But we're mainly going to talk today, I think, about the Italians against Turkey. Didn't actually have any of our players in my dream team, but to be fair, this isn't a dream team review. This is a Euros review. Anyway. So, what did we think? Personally, I thought the Italians looked pretty solid at the back. A good, strong midfield. Insigne is a quality player. Mind you, when they were doing the lineup at the beginning, before where they did the national anthems, he was a tiny, and he is tiny. He has to be, I don't know how tall he is. He can't be much more than 5'7". He's about the height of Paul Scholes. Mind you, he was pretty brilliant anyway. Apart from he doesn't have bright ginger hair, so that's a bonus for you. But yeah, the Italians, they looked strong throughout. Turkey, to be fair, they looked tired by the end of the second half. I thought they played well first half. They were pretty strong in defence. And we did see a worldie from their goalkeeper to put the ball over the crossbar from someone's shot. Couldn't tell you who it was. But yeah, at the back, I thought the Italians looked super strong. And they worked really hard and they looked up for it. So, it's going to be tough, I think, for someone to beat them, to be fair. But you've got, obviously, like I said yesterday, I do fancy England's chances, but is that I really fancy their chances, or is that national pride saying, yeah, we can do it? And we can do it. We do have, this is going to be the best team we've had for quite a few years. We've done well in 2018, but I think we've got a little bit more ability in midfield. We got players who can run with the ball like Grealish, and then we've got the passers like Mount and Foden, and then we've got a few players who are holding. What I don't want us to do, personally, as England, is be too defensive. We need to go out and be offensive. Too often we see England sit back, not go out and attack. We're playing at home at Wembley. The fans will be back. Okay, it's not a 90,000 seater sellout like it would have been, but we still want it to be, let's go, let's make sure as England we are going for it and we try and win the Euros. But yeah, I thought the Italians last night were strong. They got to be favourites to win that group. I do believe they're in the same group as Wales, who, like I say, I think they played. Who I know they played today. And then looking forward, probably the biggest game of the first round of matches. Well, I say probably it is the biggest game. Is the 4 times world champions against the 2 times world champions, Germany, France. That's going to be an awesome game. That's the one which is on Tuesday night. Looking forward to that. See how they go. Everyone's saying, oh, well, they got Mbappe, they're going to win it because Mbappe's this. I don't think it's Mbappe who is their main player. Personally, I think Kante is their main player. What he did in the Euros, the Champions League final, and what he done in the semis, he dominated that midfield. He's the sort of midfielder every team needs, because he's full of energy and running. He can attack but he can also hold, he can see where that ball's going to be. No one reads the ball in football better than Kante at the moment. They say he's like the modern day Makelele, but he's not, because Makelele used to sit and hold, whereas Kante can run around and win that ball. So he makes it pretty tough for everyone. But there you are. Yes, I'm pleased to see at the moment I'm holding up a Audi by getting close to this truck. He's not being able to get past, which is always amusing. But there you go. Anyway, that's a different story. So yeah, for me, England, hopefully we can win, but France have to be favourites. Germany, you can never underestimate them. I think that could be a banger. I think it's either going to be that game a boring 0-0, 1-1 draw, or someone's going to get fucked. And I would find it highly amusing if the French did the thumping. The thing is, when that happens, obviously it's a shock for one of the nations, and if it happened to Germany, they'd probably win the World Cup. If it does happen to Germany, I think I will go actually and put a tenner then on Germany winning the World Cup. Anyway, so the thing is, you quite often get teams early on and they might get a big win. Italy got a pretty big win yesterday, and that gives them momentum, but sometimes it happens too soon. You know, it's a tournament, you need to grow into it. You don't want to be going out all guns are blazing straight away. You know, if England don't get a fantastic match on Sunday, but we still get a decent result, whether it be a win or a draw. And just remember, we've never ever won our opening game at the Euros. So if we do, well, who knows? But so let's not really go into it thinking, oh, we have to win, we need to win. You know, you go back to 96 when we had our last decent one of the Euros. We didn't have a win there. We had a most boring draw. I think it was against Switzerland. But we went on and we got momentum and we got a few results. We got into the last 16 where we beat Spain, I believe, who were one of the better teams. I think they had Guardiola in that team, and he could play a bit. He was a bit special. Spain didn't like giving up the ball, but we managed to get through them on penalties. I know, England winning on penalties. I remember Stuart Pearce going up scoring, and he looked absolutely chuffed with himself for scoring. And obviously, in the end, it was our manager, Gareth, who missed the ball. At the end, Tony Adams was dragging him off as captain, and apparently he cried his eyes out. And why wouldn't you? But you know, he went on and done his pizza adverts and is now England manager. And good luck, Gareth, is what I say. Here's the scary thing though: the Euro '96 was 27 years ago. That means 3 Lions. You know the bit where it says 30 years of hurt. By the next World Cup, which is 3 years' time, if we don't win the Euros, it'll be 60 years of hurt. And there he is, it's your boy Rob Dog in his Iceland van. There he was, we saw him, your boy Rob Dog. Hello Rob Dog, saw you pal. Anyway, this has been day 2 of me waffling on about random rubbish and making no sense. Hope you enjoyed. Saw the Rob Dog. Who knew? I know I was the only person who saw him, and I only saw him in a van. He probably didn't see me. He was looking for someone's address. But there you go. That's your Rob Dog scene. This has been your man in a shed, driving the car. I hope the sound is good enough so you can actually hear my bored, half asleep voice. But there you go. We're gonna take this one out on the 10 minutes. See ya, pals.